Not by name, but Take Capone says that basically 600 Breezy as well as Memo of 600 are making Chicago look fool by some of the antics they doing on social media. Let's get into it, man. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Now, again, he did not mention these individuals by name, but we're only to assume this is who he's talking about because these two, as well as several others, have been the loudest and most outspoken individuals online when it comes to the entire King Von Quando Rondo situation, and they've been making a lot of noise not only on Twitter but as well as on Instagram. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't believe these two individuals, and I'm talking about 600 Breezy as well as Memo of 600 won't do anything, but this is what Tay 600, or now he goes by the name Take Capone, this is what he actually had to say. Check it out, man.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm just sitting here looking at all this internet and like that's been going on lately, and I really done got tired. Really blowing me because of the simple fact. I remember growing up as a shorty when we was into it hard as hell. It was up the street and around the corner onto my walking distance, cause that's how we used to have to get over there walking. Didn't want to be killers, didn't want to be savages, want to do none of that. For it's just like no pause, a lot to do now, because back then it was just death and jail. Wasn't no clout, no getting buzz all on these blogs. There wasn't none of that. It was just death or jail, or you get lucky, folks. But it's like, I see that's just in it that just didn't even want parts of it. Didn't even want to do nothing to be gangster or considered gangster back in the day. And these, that's the first, I'm talking about they like first response on Biddy. You know I like the firefighter, first respond. These first responders of any social media antics or internet beef. And it's blowing me because if it's really about Von, for y'all gotta put yourself in Von man state. For like y'all know if the shoes on the other hand and something happened to y'all and folk with y'all, how he know? Y'all know what he would have did. It wouldn't have been this. On Biddy, y'all know that. On King David. So all this social media, folk, this ain't no game, folk. You don't look, you aren't planning on killing nothing doing all this on BD. That's every time I go live or do any internet spawn about this situation, that's all y'all showing people, folk, on folks in them grave. That y'all not on nothing. And it's bad because Vaughn got to a certain level for where you just can't make the, oh yeah, he one of the BD rappers that got killed. No, man, Shorty made it, for like, and he lost his life to out of town. That's a loss on Chicago as a whole, man. So all y'all playing through all this end up making Chicago look fool as a whole, man. And he look like, oh, what side is what? Y'all making a whole rack look goofy. Cause while I'm around all this social media saying this and that, trying to go viral, Shorty and them still went up. And this goofy internet tweaking talk don't add up to nobody's. King David. So, cause it's goofy, folks. Go catch some on phone now.
What a message. A lot of people probably will agree with what he's saying. Just to like break down some of the talking points that he brought up. When he says at the end, I think that was the most powerful thing he could have said was, quit all the clout chasing basically on social media and go catch something. If that's what you're going to do, or sit back and just chill out and don't say nothing at all. But I believe that it's like the environment that people have placed themselves in. And when I say the environment, I mean the social media atmosphere. Because not only has people from Von's side, been very outspoken, very vocal, and doing a lot on the internet, but Quando Rondo himself, I had this discussion yesterday. Quando Rondo himself has been doing different things or responding to different things via social media as well. Now, people like Lil Durk, Muwap, and D-Thang and other people haven't necessarily spoke on this in situation. It's only been a few Von's people that we know that was around Von who have kind of spoke out on these things. Like even Lil Reese has kind of been a little reserved, a lot more reserved than I would have thought he would have been as far as responding to certain things online. I mean, everybody said something, but we've seen these two actually, pinning their location on social media that they in Savannah. Again, we did the video. Memo actually went to Savannah, did a video, and showing the hammers and all types of stuff in the videos. I, I really was cringing at the fact that he was doing that, because I'm like, well, what if somebody do call the police on him, and what if he do get pulled over with all these sticks in the car and end up going to jail, and you still basically haven't got your man? Like, the individual responsible for Von's passing is locked up, and the other man that's involved, the main person in this, Quando Rondo, is still walking around breathing. Now, I'm not advocating that nobody does anything to anybody, but at the end of the day, if that's the mission, if that's the drill that's going to go down, I don't see social media actually being a place where I would want to be displaying that. It's not gangster to me. But it is a new wave and a new age. And I mean, and this isn't the only scenario situation where I've seen people actually into it in the streets, and it goes from the streets to social media, and it still looks weird, but people still end up getting hit. You feel what I'm saying? People still end up getting chipped. It's different right now, and it sounds like Tay comes from a different era, different time. He might have been, well, I ain't gonna say a different era, different time, but it sounds like he was brought up. His pedigree is a bit different. Now, let's not forget, though, Tay's name was brought up in the C-Day situation with the case, and accused of telling some information. I really don't know, the truth behind all of that. I think that kind of got cleared up or whatnot. But, at the end of the day, I still don't think that negates or takes anything away from what he said. Now, I brought that up because I know people be in my comments like, well, he's the one who did this and that and that. And they said, okay, I don't know. All I know is what the man just said right now definitely applies to the current situation. If y'all gonna ride and do what you're gonna do, because at this point, everybody's under investigation. There's no way in my mind that you could convince me that nobody from Von's camp, as well as Quando Rondo's camp, who is talking on social media about doing anything, isn't under investigation. There's no way you can get me to believe that the police in Savannah didn't know that people from Chicago were saying that they was in town and riding around with sticks. There's no way. So it's a bit too much going on online, and what we see that happened with Casanova and all the other RICO charges, that things that's going on with rappers and stuff, people that's affiliated with the streets or whatnot. It just ain't that type of time to be doing that right now. Maybe this message, because this was posted yesterday, so maybe the message did reach the right people, and maybe people will approach this situation different. And when you see your man, you get your man. If not, let it go. However y'all want to do it, that's on y'all. Again, I'm not advocating nobody do anything, but I know if it was me, how things would go down, or if it was people that I know who are about living that type of lifestyle. And necessarily, you don't even have to live that type of lifestyle to get down. If you touch somebody who I love, that I care about, regardless if it's kids, homeboy, cousin, or whatnot, I'm going to give you your issue regardless. And we ain't going on social media, Instagram, or nothing. But I'm a little older than some of these dudes, so I would handle things a lot more differently. But I agree with what Tay 600 or Take Upon. I agree with what he said, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this message that he dropped on his Instagram. I'm a Mighty the Ruler. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you get notified each and every time I upload new content. Peace.